Tonight we're coming back to you live, ladies and gentlemen. We got tensions in Venezuela. We got movement, ladies and gentlemen. We got movement. And right now we're going to come in hot live with all the latest on the traffic, the air traffic that's happening in Venezuela, and where USS Gerald Ford is currently. Thank you for tuning in. Here we go.
Welcome, everyone. Welcome.
Welcome, everybody. Right now, we got Dab's screen up and going here. Dab, you're all ready to go, buddy.
All right.
It's all
So,
yours.
started off dead air in Venezuela. Completely quiet. Not a jet, not a prop plane, not a biplane, not a chopper. Normally, when an airspace goes dead like this, one of two things is fixing to happen. Either there's some sort of government shutdown, like what we saw, or there is flight sanctions that have been placed, meaning aircraft have to fly around a certain country and cannot travel through their airspace. That is what we're seeing tonight in Venezuela. Trump has officially ordered any and all international flights to and from Venezuela basically to not go there. Which brings us to our second point. Jay, you're gonna have to pull up your video for this. That way they
Yes.
can kind of see what we're looking at.
Yes. Give me one moment. Let me get it ready. The live feed, right?
Yep.
Correct.
So as you can see in the still shot, there is a couple of islands. Just leave it on the still shot for
Yeah,
me.
yep.
Because
This was today in a still shot, by the way, ladies and gentlemen.
So this still shot, this camera angle is facing one of these two Charlotte and Mill Harbors.
If you need reference to that, ladies and gentlemen, it's right here. It's facing somewhere. The camera's right here facing this direction towards Revenge Beach, ladies and gentlemen.
Which tells us, because we're seeing
facing this direction.
In that still shot, hold on, go back to it, Jay.
Sorry, they don't see what I had a. If I press the screen, it goes black. Sorry. Which one was it?
The live cam.
Sorry. Here we go.
So
right here,
as you can tell, there is two different sets of lights in the water. One of those being most likely a yacht, but the one that's got me asking questions is the one in the distance. That does not look like an ordinary civilian vessel. That lighting pattern, Jay pointed out to me earlier that there's some sort of beacon-like flash on the aft section of whatever that vessel is. Judging by the lighting pattern and the way, I don't know if you can zoom in.
I can. Let me see. Oh, I need to refresh the page, ladies and gentlemen. One moment. Okay, here we go.
Actually, now that you've got it widescreen like that, there is a light that is shooting straight out of the water. You've got those two brighter lights, and then you've got one that's sticking up. That is the conning tower for an aircraft carrier. I'm almost certain. Which tells us that if you'll pull up my screen, because if what I'm thinking is correct, because there's that little outcropping that's right here, which is right here, which means it's looking. This camera is most likely sitting right in here. You got my screen up, Jay?
Yes.
This camera is most likely sitting somewhere along this area of coastline. because it has a almost direct and almost full shot of this outcropping that you're looking at on the left side of your screen, looking out towards, I mean, obviously ocean, but there's this island that's right here in between this vessel and this vessel that's farther
Shit.
out. And to me, that looks more like like just the way Cowl Hill is formed. I know it was a better shot in the still shot, um, but something tells me that they are sitting right out here, close to either Honeymoon or Flamingo Hill. They're sitting somewhere in this, around, somewhere beyond, just next to this island right here that doesn't really have a name, um, other than Revenge Beach or Honeymoon Beach. I'm guessing they're somewhere on the back side of the island, just on the other side, or on the kind of south, I guess, west side of the island, or no, southeast side of the island. Judging by the fact of this land, because I know it's hard to see on my screen, but I'm using the live screen right now. There is a outcropping, or not an outcropping, but an
Oh, are
actual
we moving to my screen
landmass.
now?
I'm using yours, but there's so right next to the farther out vessel, there's another landmass. That to me looks like Revenge Beach.
Correct.
There's just enough lighting for it to be just enough population that it could maybe be some sort of dock or some sort of, yeah, right, like literally, well, that, and then if you'll, like, that whole entire side of the screen, Jay, like I can see a formation of some sort of landmass.
Yeah, yeah. Right here,
And
and
then
then there's a land right here.
right in front of it is another one, and that's the one that I'm thinking is Cowl Hill, which tells me that they are literally right in between these two portions of Revenge Beach. If you'll come back to my screen real quick,
Yep, I'm here.
they're literally right in this area. Meaning, which if we go back to flight radar, we zoom in on Charlotte Emile. There's Cow Hill. Here is Revenge Beach. If they're sitting right here, it is quite literally almost a straight direct shot to Caracas. Meaning, it would not take us but maybe 12 hours to, yeah, like, we could, this the only possible reason I would think that Venezuela, especially with what has been going on here recently with Venezuela and tensions rising on the global, on the drug war and the narcotics war, we're fixing to make some sort of move. I don't know what. I don't know if we're gonna play it like we did Desert Storm and send the Air Force in first and let them bomb the shit out of everything, or if we're gonna send boots on the ground and try to do minimal collateral damage, and so it's like some sort of coup type thing to where we take out current power and put in a new power that's beneficial for our country, kind of like we've done in the past. But with this being a much more highly populated country than Iran or Iraq or even Afghanistan, um, something tells me that we're going to try to minimize collateral damage. At least making landfall, or at least when we first hit the beaches. I say hit the beaches like it's Normandy, but I mean, as we push further into Venezuela, we might start doing some bombing shit because I don't know. I mean, you never know. They could have some sort of like. There's a lot of open terrain here, a lot of open fields, a lot of foliage and stuff that honestly you could probably set up a decent amount of air defense. But yeah, it's just it all depends on how we decide we want to play the game. On if we want to do it by the rules that you know everybody else made up, or if we want to do shit by our rules. Um, that being said, I'm not seeing a whole lot of air traffic, or if I say air, I'm not seeing a whole lot of military-based air traffic out of Luis Munoz just yet. There were reports that there were multiple B-2s and B-52s staging at both airports in San Juan, along with multiple fighters, and refuelers. So this could go. I mean, there's only one way this can really go, and I know that sounds really bad, but well, that whatever that was just dropped off radar. My bad, guys. Sorry, something drew my attention real fast. But for us to be quite literally at most 2 days, 2 days out from Venezuela by boat. I mean, if that. Actually, I could. So. We're going to do a little something here. Chat real quick. So.
We're about to get the pinpoint, aren't we?
Yep.
The pinpoint.
I'm trying to figure out how to. All right. I'll have to do this on my phone. Give me just a second, guys.
Ladies and gentlemen, while he does that, we're going to run through our sponsors of this show, the Unbound podcast. Just give me one moment. Ladies and gentlemen, this show is always brought to you by the K-ville Hotel and Tavern, located in Klein-Feltersville, Pennsylvania. Their phone number is 717-949-8413. They're located in 2647 Heidelberg Avenue, Klein-Feltersville, Pennsylvania. They're open from Wednesday to Sunday, 4 to 9 Wednesday and Thursday, Friday 4 to 10, Saturday 12 to 10, Sunday 12 to 8 p.m. As well as our next sponsor, it's also brought to you by Atlas Epoxy Floors. Owner is Bradford Kelly. You can contact him at 203-496-6386 or you can also contact him at brad.kelly@atlasepoxyfloors.com. They work on a variety of things. They do garages, basements, patios, lobbies, countertops, you name it. You can also visit their new website at www.atlasepoxyfloors.com. Bradford Kelly is the owner and CEO of the business. The warranty of these epoxy floors, ladies and gentlemen, is a lifetime guarantee. So whenever you end up having a crack or something, I know our good friend Bradford Kelly will be out there to do the job and fix it. He can go anywhere around the country for a good price, so you make sure you contact him again at 203-496-6386. Or you can also contact them through email at brad.kelly@atlasepoxyfloors.com. Swinging it back to our good friend Dabdon.
As of right now, so far, um, I was able to at least chart a flight time of 16 hours and 20 minutes from Charlotte Emile to Caracas. Um,
They'll be there quick. They'll be there quick. There's no more fucking around and finding out. I think they're gonna
no,
find out.
we are 100% yes. I agree with that wholeheartedly.
Yeah. Yeah, they're all screwed. They're all screwed. What else did we have on this thing? I thought we had something fishy that we kept investigating, and that's why we went live. What else was there? Wasn't there dead silence? Everything looks weird.
Okay, so I can't give either type of map to give me a general basis on a uh, water travel time from Charlotte to Caracas, but if a commercial airliner traveling at roughly 350 knots, which is roughly 355 miles an hour, takes 16 hours and 20 minutes to do this, to make that straight, fly that straight ass line. Uh, a what? We'll go off the biggest ship in the fleet, I want to say the Gerald R. Ford's max speed is roughly 30 knots on the water, which is, or 30 to 40 knots on the water, which is roughly 55 to 60 knots, or anywhere from 45 to 55 mile an hour. Um, which which I understand seems fairly fast for a vessel, but a vessel that large is actually it's actually quite impressive. Um, so if the entire carrier strike group is moving, it will say 45 miles an hour, and just the distance from, I wish I could tell the distance. Actually, like the actual distance and not time.
The distance it should tell you.
It,
You said let me give me a minute. I'm trying to figure something out for you. So according to this, to my docket team, let's use the docket team. It says here, find the distance. We know the fighter just. So according to the distance and speed, uh, for USS Gerald, right? According
mm-hmm.
would be time equals distance divided by speed. So times equals 9,800 miles divided by 35 miles an hour. It'll take 280 hours. Convert to days. So they divided 280 divided 24 equals 11.7 days for Gerald Ford to get there. So it'll take Gerald Ford.
So roughly
12
2
days.
weeks.
Yeah, 12 days just to get there.
Okay, so my time was quite off, but I mean, 2 weeks, mind you. The Gerald R. Ford doesn't have to go all the way there.
No, it doesn't.
It can go halfway there, stop, and launch her fighters, and then the Arleigh Burks can start raining fucking tomahawks, and which the only reason we'd be using tomahawks is to probably wipe out any sort of available air or like air defense response, like knocking out runways, maybe fighters, early warning systems, early warning radar systems, and SAM sites, surface to air missile sites. But in order to get those, in order to be able to, especially with the SAM sites, the SAM sites are where things get difficult because you have to know where the SAM site is in order to tell the Tomahawk where it needs to hit. So if you don't know where the SAM site is, it can't hit it, which means we would have to do surveillance. Luckily, radar. We have fucking satellites. So,
Who hit that?
you did, fucker.
No, I didn't. I don't use that
Fucking
keyboard.
Dom did.
Dom, you up?
I was coming back to tell you guys I'm headed to bed.
Have a good night, sir.
Night, Dom.
Yeet.
Yeet.
Yee.
Yeah. Go ahead.
So if there are any surface to air missiles, I mean, this is going to be a walk in the park, to say the least. I'm gonna sum it up. This, if and when we decide to push Venezuela, this is going to be a straight walk in the park, like disrespectful type walk in the park. Like I don't even know how to say this. The amount of fear that should be running through the Venezuelan government right now should be immensely just should be like they should like sleeping with both eyes open type deal, because there's no telling when we're gonna just be like, oh yeah, let's hit it, and then show up. So like I honestly wish that she would show herself on marine traffic, but I don't think they're going to just yet. We will definitely keep an eye on this as these next couple weeks progress, but I would not be surprised if we see the Gerald R. Ford and her carrier strike group somewhere like a couple hundred miles south of the Virgin Islands in Puerto Rico, sitting right in this area, like right here where the VS Prospera is.
Oh, you showing something? My bad. There we go.
Like we've got.
This is marine time. Supposedly, a boat just landed in the Venezuela port. A big, like a big thing.
There is a LPG tanker that just pulled in. There's also a container ship that just pulled in to Caracas. that's pulling into Caracas right now. It's another decent oil tanker. But like I said, I would not be surprised if at some point within the next week or so, we see the Gerald Ford in kind of in this general area. I don't see us pulling up with a fucking aircraft carrier all the way into Venezuelan waters. Let me refresh this real quick. But I don't see us sailing our newest, most advanced aircraft carrier any closer than maybe. There's no way I can draw a line, is there? Like a couple thousand miles off the coast of Venezuela. I mean, we didn't do it with Iraq. We didn't do it with Iran. We did it. We the fleets set off. I mean, granted, those were tighter areas, couple 300-400 miles off the coast, and we're doing launches every 3 minutes. So
For those of you who don't know, right? Before I forget, the jets and aircraft operated on the USS Gerald R. Ford are the FA-18E-F Super Hornet, primary fighter strikes aircraft, workhorse of the carrier air wing, used for air-to-air combat bombing striking missions. It also has an F-35C Lightning II, deploying to Ford-class carriers. Stealth fighter, long range, advanced sensors, carrier optimized variant of the F 35. It also has electronic warfare on it. It has an EA 18G Growler,
yep,
electronic attack jet, jams enemy radar, protects other aircraft during mission. It also has airborne early warning detection. It's called the E2D Advanced Hawkeye. Big radar dome on top protects threats hundreds of miles away. Airborne command and control aircraft.
yeah,
It also has carrier
it's mini
on
AWACS.
board delivery transport. So it usually transports a CMV 22B Osprey. Replaces the older C2 Greyhound, tilt rotor aircraft, helicopter plus airplane combined. Brings people, supplies, and jet engines to the carrier. It also carries helicopters, not jets, but important. It carries an MH-60R Seahawk, anti-submarine and anti-ship, MH-60S Nighthawk, transport, rescue, and logistics. That's all that it has.
Yeah, she's got quite the air wing. I mean, we have there's a reason we have the we have the top two strongest air forces in the world. You got the actual Air Force, and then you've got the fucking Navy. I mean, fuck an aircraft. I mean, literally. I mean, you've heard it. We've all heard it before. An aircraft carrier, multiple. Aircraft carriers have always been referred to as a city on fucking water because they are. You have 1,000 people on one fucking boat, and each person has a different job. It's like you're living on you're living in a city on the fucking water. It's like it's literally a floating city.
I mean, it does have 48 fighters, uh, 0 to 20 stealth fighters, electronic attack. They got 5 of them. They got 4 early warning systems. They got 2 transports, and 12 to 20 total helicopters. They're definitely carrying a city.
Yeah. So, long story short, this isn't going to go very well for Venezuela. I mean, this is going to be. There might not even be any fighting. We might drop the first couple bombs and the Venezuelan government will probably surrender. Because they know they don't have anything to compete against us. And whatever they do have, they probably either got it from us or got it from Russia. And if they got it from Russia, it's so fucking outdated it doesn't function. Or it's just so crappy engineering, such crappy engineering that it just doesn't function. I know for a fact, one, they have F-16s. I'm pretty sure they have Sukhoi 30s. Almost certain they've got Sukhoi 30s. I think those might be their two only aircraft that they have. Not entirely positive on that, but I know for a fact that they have the F-16 because we gave it to them. And then Russia sold them a. I don't know if they. I don't want to say it was like upgraded because I don't think they really did much upgrades to it. But they have a version of the Sukhoi 30 from Russia. So.
Anyway, at the end of the day, that ship and everything on it makes land to Venezuela. It's gonna create a big war because there's gonna be interest of conflict, but I think they'll get the job done.
100%.
All right, do we got anything else?
Not that I can think of. I think we covered it.
Ladies and gentlemen.
God dang headset.
Oh, look at that. Perfect. We made it to the half-hour mark, and that's all we wanted. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you again for joining us this evening. My name is Jey Morales with my co-host, Dabdon710.
Y'all have a good night. Like I said, we'll stay on top of this. Mainly, I'll stay on top of this. And I'll keep you guys posted. We'll probably do nightly update. We'll probably do another update Wednesday night when we have our next episode.
Heck yeah, we'll see you on the regular show Unbound this Wednesday at 10:30 p.m. Eastern Time with our main co-hosts, Revelation and Dabdon710. Thank you so much for joining us this evening. Have a good night. And again, before I let you go, ladies and gentlemen, let me finish off our sponsors here. Sponsors, where was I on the sponsorship here? Come on, Docketing, get your shit together. Atlas Epoxy Floors. Remember, contact Bradford Kelly at 203-496-6386. They work on anything as of garages, basements, patios, lobbies, countertops, you name it. We also going to be, we also are sponsored by Red Run Racing and Velocity Modern Classics. They ended up sending us some merch. Thank you so much. We appreciate you. Good luck with the Post Malone vehicle that you guys are working on. We're going to be talking about that more, ladies and gentlemen, as time continues on. And then don't forget, tomorrow night we'll be on the Producer Mike, The Movement Show. Producer Mike presents in the Jessup Show Legacy channel. The live is called The Movement. Catch us every Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. You won't want to miss that. That's been a hell of a time. So make sure to come and check us out on there. Ladies and gentlemen, again, I can't iterate this any more than what that I want. But have yourself a good evening. And remember, stay. Man, I wish I had everything ready. I didn't have everything ready. Give me a minute. Yeah, I want to give you a good goodbye here. I want to give you a crappy one tonight. All right, you ready? This is the classics. This is the classics. Here we go. So before we go tonight, we want to leave you with something bigger than the headlines. Bigger than the breaking news that's happening now with the tensions in Venezuela. At Unbound, we care about the people listening and the struggles that don't always make the news. If you or someone you know is dealing with mental health challenges, please reach out. You can call or text at 988, the Suicide and Crisis Lifeline. It's a confidential, it's free, and it's available 24/7. You don't have to carry anything alone. And if you're facing domestic violence and you know someone who is, help is always available. Contact the National Domestic Violence Hotline at 1-800-799-7233. That's 1-800-799-7233. You can always chat online at any time at thehotline.org. Your safety matters and your voice matters. You matter. Take care of yourself. Take care of your mind, your safety, your well-being. And it's just as important as staying informed, so you know. So make sure that you subscribe, you follow, and join us in our conversation online, because the news doesn't wait, and neither do we. So take care of yourself, take care of each other, and as always, stay aware, stay fearless, and above all, stay unbound. And on this holiday season, Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Catch you Wednesday. Oh. Did it again.